Hello children. Today we are going to learn about satellite and rocket launch. That is, either we human beings or some object made by us going in space. Wow! Let's start with satellite. What is a satellite? Some object that revolves around a planet is a satellite. This can be man-made or a natural satellite. For example, Moon is the Earth's only natural satellite, that is, a space body that circles the planet Earth. Besides Moon, there are hundreds of man-made satellites that are revolving around the Earth, which we will study in this chapter. These man-made satellites help us in many ways. Let's look at this video. You can see the satellite is up in the space. The TV signal coming from a broadcasting station, let's say Doordarshan, from one end of the earth is sent to the satellite up in the space, which then sends it back to the people living on other part of the earth. Think it as a very fast postal service for these TV signals. These are called as communication satellites, which are used by television channels to transmit their programs across the earth. It is also used for telephonic conversation where your cell phone signals don't reach. For example, by the army in remote hilly areas. Here is another example, the weather satellites, which takes pictures from the sky of clouds, storms and ocean currents and sends these pictures to the weather station on the earth. Remember the pictures we see in weather forecast of TV news? With the help of this information, the weather of any region can be predicted. Fishermen and people living in coastal areas can be warned of cyclones, storms and any floods that may come. Science satellites relay information about space. One such satellite is Hubble Space Telescope, which can look at deep space and send interesting information to astronomers on the Earth. And many new discoveries like new planets have been found because of this satellite. What is this? Sputnik 1. Yes. This was the first man-made satellite launched by Russia on 4th October 1957, the Sputnik 1. For the satellite to relay the signals from one part of Earth to another, it needs to continuously move around the Earth in a fixed path. Do you know how does it happen? Is it because someone is continuously flying the satellite like an airplane pilot sitting up in the sky? No, it's not like that. The satellite, once launched into the space, keeps moving automatically around the Earth in a fixed path called as orbit. How is it possible? Let's look at this. In simple terms, it's a game of matching force that does this magic. To understand this, let's look at this video. Let's say two boys wants to play a game. They will hold each other's hands. One will be the inner boy and other the outer boy. The goal of inner boy is to make the outer boy move in a circle. Let's start with a very strong boy as the inner boy and a very weak boy as the outer boy. When they start, the strong boy puts all his force, pulls the weak guy towards him, and the weak guy cannot just stop. So he is not able to go in a circle. If you reverse their position, that still doesn't help. This is happening because both of them are putting unequal force. Now let us say two boys with equal strength does this. And see what happens? Now the outer boy keeps moving in the circle. Now you must be wondering, why circle? Why not a straight line? This is because the inner boy is pulling the outer boy towards him by a force, correct? And the outer boy is doing nothing but just trying to go in a straight line. As soon as the outer boy goes little forward in a straight line, the inner boy again pulls him towards the center. So the outer boy turns a little. Then he keeps going straight again and the inner guy again pulls him. So this keeps happening, leading to outer boy going in a circular path. The same phenomena happens in case of a satellite. Here the inner boy is the gravitational force that is pulling the satellite towards the earth. Let's call it gravity man. And the outer boy is the satellite force trying to take the satellite in a straight line. Let's call it satellite man. Say if there is no satellite man, or the force of satellite man is weaker than gravity man, then the gravity man will pull the satellite towards the earth and the satellite will crash, correct? And if there is no gravity man or it's weak, then the satellite man will keep floating in the space, not necessarily in a circular path around the earth. That will also not work, correct? But when the force between the gravity man and the satellite man is same, then the satellite man tries to go straight, but the gravity man pulls him to the center. So the satellite man turns a bit, and then satellite man again tries to go little straight, and the gravity man again pulls him towards the center. And this keeps happening, and the satellite man goes in a circular path around the earth, just like that outer boy was going around the inner boy in that game. And as the satellite is moving around the earth, it can now send the signals to different part of the earth. Isn't it amazing, children? In next chapter we will learn about how satellite go in space. Till then, bye bye children.